When you hear pull-ups, push-ups, and similar calisthenic exercises, you think of hundreds of reps. Since you might be able to do hundreds of reps, then a conclusion you arrive at is that high rep or endurance calisthenic training takes an eternity to complete. But this is far from the truth. The reality is that most people cannot reach hundreds of reps in these basic calisthenic exercises. If anything, most people are within the 5 to 40 rep range per set. Within these numbers, completing a set wouldn't take more than a minute. Not very different from the time a standard weightlifting set will take. Another thing is that beginners do not need and cannot do as many sets as somebody who can do 100 reps per set in push-ups. But even if you were a fibo endurance champion and can do more than 100 reps in a row per set of any basic calisthenic exercise, there are many ways to shorten a workout. These techniques are simply modifications of how the set should be done and are already commonly found in endurance calisthenics. Circuit training is doing 3 exercises or more in a row, with minimal or no rest in between. An example of a circuit will be doing push-ups, then bodyweight rows, and then squats. Antagonistic supersets is doing 2 exercises in a row with opposing muscle groups, with minimal or no rest in between. An example of an antagonistic superset will be push-ups and then doing pull-ups. EMOM, every minute on the minute, is doing a fixed number of reps within a minute and resting the rest of the minute. An example of EMOM will be setting 10 minutes, doing 15 reps per minute, and resting the remaining of the minute, giving you 10 sets and 150 reps completed in 10 minutes. Your training can be composed of circuit training, antagonistic supersets, and even EMOM training, making most of your workouts insanely quick. I am pretty sure there are plenty of other ways to change the structure of a set in order to save more time if needed. Putting aside the modification of sets to save time, our body doesn't have infinite energy, and most often than not, people will face performance drop the more sets they do. Therefore, less reps per set as the workout keeps going is expected. In turn, this makes the workout less time consuming, making most sets a natural descending ladder. On top of all of that, you can add intensity techniques, making the sets in themselves more difficult. Rest pause is a small rest between a set. An example is reaching failure or close to failure in push-ups, resting 10 seconds, and reaching failure again. Same muscle supersets is doing 2 exercises that involve the same muscle group in a row. An example will be doing dips, reaching failure, and then going to push-ups. There are other intensity techniques like half repping or cheated reps. When you combine the natural performance drop of the body with the time-saving modification of sets like circuit training, antagonistic supersets, and EMOM training, and on top of that you add intensity techniques, even if you can do 100 reps per set, your workouts will not take as much time as you initially think. If anything, you will be surprised by how fast you can get a good amount of work. Some trade-offs from doing these set modifications are a greater need for cardio, and the central nervous system being unable to recover or fully contract the muscle from fatigue, whether the fatigue comes from short rest or circuit training. However, both cardio and the central nervous system both can be worked on and adapted to the specific training. Otherwise, adaptation wouldn't occur in the first place. And most beginners will not need to add these set modifications like circuit training or intensity techniques to get a short, good workout from calisthenics. A simple 4-set standard format is enough for most complete beginners, but as they get better, they can slowly introduce these set modifications. Even if beginners were to introduce this type of set modifications, the introduction can be done slowly. And the good thing is that all of this can be done in calisthenics without time drawbacks. You simply go to the park or start at home, do a little 5-minute warm-up, and start training, without the need of excessive proximity sets from heavy loads, without the need of excessive warm-up from heavy loads, without the need of setting up dumbbells or machines. Simply go to the bar and the floor back and forth. No need to wait or make others wait, without the need of going anywhere far away. You can simply do it at home with a pull-up bar, some chairs, and the floor. If anything, high-rep calisthenics or endurance calisthenics is not time-consuming at all. Arguably, you could say that it takes less time than standard weightlifting training. In this case, time cannot be used as an excuse, especially when calisthenics can be done almost everywhere, making calisthenics perfect for busy people.